What's going on, people? It's TRB. How you doing? How you doing? So I'm gonna tell you story time, people. Story time. This story ain't gonna really have too many booby references in it. Although it did make me feel good when I went home and laid up under them. Ain't gonna have too many booby references up in it. All right. As a learning process, doing this leasing and getting prepared for the owner-op type dealio, there's a lot of things that you need to learn. There's a lot of things that you need to understand. There's a lot of nuances that comes along with what it is that I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a story, and the only reason why I'm giving this story is because even though a lot of people think they know where I work at, they really don't. Even though I communicated with the company, but we about to go ahead and talk about this one real quick. So I took a load from New Mexico down to Texas, right? Off that load, I was gonna make $1,500. It was like $1,500. New Mexico to where I was delivering to was maybe a day run, so it was 500-600 miles or something like that. I don't remember. The way that my stuff works is I go on a load board, look for a load. There's crap loads coming out of New Mexico, which that was a learning process. And I've seen good loads going from Texas to New Mexico, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to Albuquerque. But again, it's a learning process. And forgive me, I'm just watching because it's like the place that I'm picking up, a bunch of beat up trucks. And this is a cheap load that I'm taking just to get back to California. And here, I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. He missing the fender. He's missing the fender. He's missing the fender. This dude is missing a piece of his fender. Everybody trailers are, letters is whited out. So basically this is a place where you pick up if you own your truck. I took it down, and so basically the way it works, pick my load. So pick my load. I start to head to the destination that I'm picking the load up at. The broker sends me the rate confirmation. I forward it over to the company that I work at, and they send me back a number, and it's the number to track. So where I get paid, I get X amount of percent up front, and basically that's how it goes. So basically what happened is I picked the load. This place was called Wolf something. I got it back there in the thing. It's called Wolf something. Raggedy. All that revving, there's no reason for you to rev that much. If you know how to shift your truck, you just ease off the clutch and you barely touch it with the big toenail. And it goes. Oh, raggedy ass. So once I get the rate confirmation, I sent it over to my company, and I took off because I knew the address I'm picking up at, knew where I'm delivering. So I take off, I get loaded, and I start running, and I'm like, dang, I didn't get my percentage up front. So I make the phone call because it's Friday. They're off in the middle of America somewhere, so their time is different than my time. So I was like, dang, I got like 20 minutes to call. Let me call. I call. It just rings, and I think it was because of shift change or something. And so I didn't pay no mind to it. I get about 200-300 miles down the road. I call Night Dispatch because Night Dispatch can approve the funds to go on my comm data. I called Night Dispatch. I was like, hey, I'm calling for my, my X amount of percent up front. They're like, okay, well, what's the number to track the load? I said, hold on. I go on my phone. I go to the little app. And I'm looking. I'm like, there's no number there. He's like, what do you mean? There's no number. I'm on a load going from here to here. He started looking at his computer. I take out the big tablet, Start looking on the big tablet, start looking on my smartphone. Like, I don't see the number to track the load. So he was like, well, we can't pay you unless you get the number to track the load. So I was like, let me go check my email where I emailed her at. Which is funny because I said I lost $120. There's 120 people. I mean, $1,500. There's 120 people to see me fail. That's entertaining, you know. I'm lying. I really didn't lose 15. Nah, I did. But I go check my email, and the email says this person is cash on delivery, meaning you got to have a certain amount of credit built up with the company for them to pay me up front, and then for them to, on the back end, to go ahead and get the money for the load or whatever. I was like, well, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? It's COD. What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? And they were like, well, it's cash on delivery and some. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not really concerned about all of that. I mean, I just want my money. Y'all do what y'all do. That's y'all the office people, so y'all do what y'all do. 139 people and 14 lights. Gotta get a light bulb. But so I drive down to the place because it was a day run. So I drive down there. I'm there. I'm making all kind of phone calls to different people, but it's Friday. Everybody's going home. And I was like, I probably shouldn't even deliver this load. So now I have a dilemma. Do I deliver the load, get it off my back, and work on it later? Or do I hold on to the load, waste time, and lose money trying to get this measly $1,500? And I don't mean $1,500 is measly, but I'm just saying nowadays it's easy to get. So I delivered the load. Said I deal with it on Monday. Delivered the load, found a little load that was paying on the weekend, grabbed that, took off. Called her, I turned the bills and everything in. So I called the company on Monday, and they, I called a head honcho, like the manager of this particular region. I said, look, I just want to get, keep communications. This is what happened, because sometimes I think me being on the open market board is an experiment, because a lot of people that work here don't believe me when I tell them that I'm picking loads off the open market, off the spot market. I'm picking from the DAT and TQL and Coyote, and I haven't got the internet truck stop. I got to do a corporate thing with them or whatever. But and I try to hip the people like, hey, instead of picking off this particular company's board, you can go out there and pick from the spot market. And they're like, nah, I don't believe you. One dude was like, yeah, right, got in his truck and took off while I'm still standing there. Closed his door, because the company I work for, I rarely see van drivers. Rarely. It might be one a month that I see. All right. So I called a head honcho, and I'm not reading your comments yet. I'm going to get to your comments in a little bit. And again, this is a learning experience. So for all the people that feel some type of way or have you shoulda, coulda, woulda, thank you. But at this moment, I know what to do now. It was a learning experience. Sometimes you get in a routine, and the last 40 loads I took, it was all send the email, drive off, get the pro while I'm getting loaded, get my monies, keep moving. So any comments that you have, like this is what you should have did, or what what I would have done, I appreciate it. But I have learned my lesson. And again, some people might not know that I tend to learn things the hard way, and this was a hard lesson to learn. And it was hard, but it wasn't hard. Okay. So call the head honcho, let them know what's going on. Hey, this is what's going on. I want to keep good communication with you. I said, because in my mind, like, maybe I can get fired. Because I told him, I said just like this, I'm like, look, it was my mistake. I got into a routine. I didn't think, because I done got so used to doing things a certain way. And he was like, man, you shouldn't have delivered the load, so on and so forth. He's like, they're going to work on it. I was like, yeah, because I got in contact with a couple other people. I was like, yeah, they're going to work on it. So it was $1,500. Now, I told him, I said, look, even if you got, I don't know how they pay their self with the loads. Okay, I don't know how they pay their self with the loads. So I told them straight up, like, look, if you just need to go take this paper to get when you call a broker, you got to give them what's called an MC number. All right, and I gave him my MC number, and he was like, yes, we do work with your particular company. I was like, all right. So that's why I didn't give a second thought about it. Long story short, it's still in the works. I told him if you even got to factor the load, I don't even want my cut no more. All right, take all of it, because one, the setup I feel that I got here is wonderful. I go where I want, I do what I want, I'm chasing the money, I'm learning how to do things. Nobody bothers me. If anything happens, it's on me, unless, it's something dealing with their equipment, like the trailer or something, then you know what, they'll take care of it. And I do not want to give a opportunity like this up to learn on the job, so to speak, experience. So I say, if you got to factor load, take whatever percentage out of mine, or you can have it all. I do apologize if this happened or whatever. He was a little bit flustered, but at the same time, he kind of just was like, okay, well, as long as they handle it, so they're taking care of it. But that run cost me $1,500. $1,500. And I turned around and I made a little over, $2,800 on the next run, and $32 on the next run, and $900 on the next run, and but yeah, that's how I lost $1,500, because I got into a procedure. It's a learning process, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some people out there that's going to be in a situation like mine. Now I don't move the truck unless I get that number from the company that I'm leased onto. Regardless of, I don't care if it's C.H. Robinson, I don't care if it's FedEx or whomever. If I don't get that number, I don't move the truck. So, was it bad that happened? Yeah. Who couldn't use $1,500? Now, and again, there's two ways. I could have sat on that load Monday, Tuesday, until they worked everything out, or got it off my back, learned my lesson, and keep it moving. There's a lot of things that's going to happen out here. Like, I was in another situation where I got shut down in Wyoming because the wind was, I didn't get per se, the DOT didn't shut me down, but I was going through Wyoming. I had 8,000 pounds on my back. It was super windy. They had the high advisory sign. If you riding something high, you pull over. It is dangerous to drive, or something said on their signs. So I had to pull over because I had 8,000 pounds, and I know how the winds in Wyoming are. And I'm not in a position to where it's okay if my truck takes a nap. And if you don't know what that means when the truck is laying on its side, like it's sleeping. And I showed up to this particular receiver a little bit late, and they charged me a late fee and the lumper fee. The late fee and lumper fee was $868 total that they wanted me to pay out my pocket. And I'm like, nah, that's not how this works. I told them, when they came out there with the lumper thing, I said, nah, this is not how that works. And they're like, what you mean? I said, I said, if it was $250 or $350, okay, I don't mind paying that out of my pocket. I know I get reimbursed. Ain't no big thing. I just called a broker, and said, hey, I need you to send me a different Raycon, because there was a lumper fee that you didn't add on to it. And he had, they've done it before. I went to places and they were like, well, it shouldn't be a lumper fee. I was like, well, it is. It's more like a Safeway or something like that. I was up there for 2 days because, again, it happened on a Friday after 5 p.m. So I got up there Friday night to deliver the load on Saturday about 11 in the morning. I didn't end up leaving till Monday morning because the situation. Now I got to the point to where I don't know what you want to call it, blessed enough to pay $868 out of my pocket, and just to get it out the way. Like, you know what, It happened. It's done. And that's how I am. Like, I can sit here and dwell and fight and fuss, or I can just, here's your money. There you go. Give me a receipt. Write off on the taxes. Call it a day. There's a few different situations that's happened that for whatever reason I didn't have the camera on or YouTube it or whatever. I'm in the slow lane, truck in the hammer lane. And this is just other random stuff that happened. But $1,500, yeah, it's gone. Am I going to get it back? I really don't care. Reason being is the amount of money that I've made since then. Even though I can always say to myself, but you'll have 1,500 more. But you would have had 1,500 more. I had a tire blowout, so I'm in the slow lane, truck in the fast lane. Truck is booking. I get slowed down. I'm doing my range. I like to stay within about 70 and 72. So the truck passed me. Car got me slowing down. So soon as the truck passed me, I start to ease over in this lane right behind the truck. You know you're too close to a truck when you start rocking because of the wind, the airflow that's coming out the back of a truck. And anybody that's a driver know the washed out. I'm lost now. I'm light skinned right now. Where the blessings? Where the biddies? Where the biddies? Hello? Hey, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Should I tell y'all what that call was about? Well, I'll tell y'all what that call was about. I want to see how much down it would take me to get a brand new truck, spec'd out the way I want it. That's what that call was about. So 285s, DD15, automatic, red with the matte black front bumper, front grille, leather seats, carrier APU with the. I'm not getting the second bunk. I'm getting the storage in it. Freightliner 2018. I'm not trying to buy it. I'm just trying to see what it would cost me to put down on it. I might have to change that red because it's too much like CR England, you know. But that's what that phone call was about. He was asking if I wanted chrome mirrors. Nah, I don't need it. I don't need chrome mirrors. But yeah, I was getting over. Tire blew out. Boom! It blew out to where, and I was so close to the truck because he's moving. There's nothing in front of him. The speed that he's moving is consistent. And as a driver, you'll notice that like certain vehicles moving at a consistent speed. It's moving at a consistent speed. So, and I wasn't even all the way in the lane, and it blew out, and it hit the front of my truck, hit the windshield, flew off to the side. Is how bad it was. I mean, it came from under the truck. Boop, 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 boop. It was crazy. But, yeah, I seen it, yeah. Anyway, what's going on? TB in the building. What's going on? But yeah, I lost 1,500 people. I almost lost 868, but I got that back. They sent a new rate confirmation. Got that money back. I was watching D-Rod's video about money. I think it's called cash, finance, or lease, or something like that. And I'm not gonna lie. The money I'm making, I'm not used to. So when I do go home, I got that mentality of I want to ball out. You know what I'm saying? I want to ball out. I want to eat lobster butt and sexy crab legs, take my kids to all these events, take my lady out on fancy dates and different things like that. But it didn't last long. And I think that's what a lot of people have to go through. Like, you start getting all this money, you're like, man, you know, I'm sitting here, I got $4,000 in this account, $4,000 on this car, and I got $4,000 floating around over here, about to make $4,000 over here. You know, it can get it can get overwhelming, and you just start to have a good time with the money. But at the end of the day, you need to save your money. You know what I'm saying? You need to save it and use it to where it can benefit you in the long run. You know, he was talking about he went to Walmart to get some Walmart tennis shoes. I can't do that. But what I will do is go to the Nike outlet. Like these old ass I got these old ass Jordans, $20. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta you eventually gotta manage your money. Once you learn how to manage your money, you'll be good to go. But you just gotta manage your money. And that's very important, especially when now you can still ball out, but you need to ball out smart. You know what I'm saying? But I go to the Nike outlet. Like my woman, she get Coach purses all she want, but we get them from the Coach outlet. You know what I'm saying? You know. But you just got to be smart with your money. And what I mean by smart is you can still go buy big screen TVs and furniture. Just do it on your business credit. Get a business line of credit. Buy it, pay it off. As long as you have the money to pay it off within X amount of time, then you balling out, but you're making it work for you. All right? You know? Clean up your credit. Honestly, if you haven't done it already, I would call Equifax and say, I want to dispute everything on my credit report right now. I'm telling y'all, I had $10,000 in student loan from college. It's gone. It is gone. Where'd it go? I have absolutely no clue. Should I go look for it? For what? What did I get from a college education besides most Pandora boxes? Yes. But yeah, that's how I lost $15. That's some of the random stuff that happened to me. I'm taking a crap load back to California. The reason why I'm taking a crap load back to California is because my daughter has a parade to be in on Sunday. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. So what I was thinking is I could just run a long load out and then run a long load back that'll get me back by the 19th on Sunday. But then I was like, nah, I'd rather be closer to home. So just in case I don't find a decent paying load, I just bobtail. I've bobtailed home from New Mexico. And you're like, what? Yeah. I can either get paid $1 to run 45,000 pounds or whatever, or I could just bobtail home. I'd rather just bobtail home. You know? What else is going on? But shout out to D-Raj doing his thing, you know, making it happen. And all the smack we talked about D-Raj, and look at him now, he on his second truck. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna talk smack, son. Now you making $1.80 a mile. We still gonna talk smack. He gonna be like, yeah, but I got 2 trucks. You got 2 notes too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on, knock you off that pedestal just a little bit. I don't want you to fall off. I just want you to stumble a little bit. Yeah. Nah, but shout out to D-Raj, man. Doing his thing. Who else was watching? Shout out to SoCal. I got some numbers here at SoCal. So SoCal call, we was having a conversation about a variety of things. And there's 3 companies that's out there leasing trucks right now. It's the lease purchase or whatever, right? And one of the numbers called me back, and I just want to check the numbers. SoCal just happened to be on the phone, put it on mute, and this place was called. Wait, is SoCal in here? SoCal. Should I put that place name out there, or should I just give them a generic name? You let me know. Let me know. Let's see what some of y'all comments are. What's the difference between dedicated, OTR, fleet, and Reeve? How often do you get home? Then you must not be a driver if you're asking that question. It's exactly what you said. Hey, 804, what's happening, man? You know, what's the difference between dedicated and OTR? What does OTR stand for? That's a question out of this world. Okay. Um, Dedicated means you go to the same place every run. OTR means you're over the road, so you run all 48. Fleet means you have more than 2-3 trucks. Reef means reefer, so it has a refrigerator on the truck for all the products that need to stay cool when you walk down the aisles with your microwave whatevers. How often do you get home? Depends. If your company lease or owner op. If you own a op, you go home when you want. If you lease, you go home when you want. With most companies, if your company, you got to schedule your home. Usually it's 2 weeks out, 3 days home, or something like that. Simply Deep. Simply Deep? Wait, no. They'll shape the world. Simply Deep. What's going on? So, thanks for answering my question last year. Hey, I answered your question last year. Hey, no problem. Hardly ever home as a company. Yeah. While you out there getting that experience, you're hardly ever home. Like, I go home when I want. Like right now, I could drive from, where am I at? Somewhere in Texas. Dallas. I could drive from Dallas, Texas back to San Diego, California if I want. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. What's going on? I know that was a funny question. Thanks for answering. No problem. Reefer, where I'm from, means something else. Well, you're on a trucking channel, so reefer means refrigerated trucking. If you was on my second channel, I know exactly what you're referring to. The best company to start with, I don't know. To be honest with you, you got to go what fits you in your circumstance. I can't give you that information because I might give you the wrong answer. I started with Swift. It worked for me. Is it a good idea to lease after 1 year of flatbed experience? If you feel like you're ready to deal with leasing, then yes, it is. But you have to make the decision on your own. Is it working for me? Yeah. But my drive might be different than yours. Yours might be more. You a long way from your Swift days, bro. I still got my CDLs, though. Just need to put it to work for me. There you go. Simply D, the reason why I said thanks because that question was not relevant to your channel and you really didn't have to do that. Oh, Simply D, come on, man. If I'm answering questions, I'll answer the questions. Let's see. Swift new lease plan isn't bad. I haven't heard about it. Somebody mentioned that you can take a Swift truck anywhere. Whose channel was I watching when they said that? 404? No. Somebody told me that you could take a Swift lease truck anywhere, and the payments are not that bad. Who was I talking to? Because they were like, the payments for a Swift truck is like $500-600 a week. Does Swift pay okay? Is it a good way to get in the business? You got to make your own decision on that. That's the reason why I didn't want to say Swift. Just look at all the starter companies. Google starter companies. Find one that's in your area. See what they pay. You have to make your own decision. I've learned my lesson. I done had a few people to say that they went to Swift and they had a horrible experience, and I can't believe you're on here with the free advertisement for Swift Transportation and da. But then I got way more people saying, man, Swift is all right with me. It's getting the bills paid. I'm getting my experience. They got their year. They get up out. They went training. They went lease. They went lease and training, The Swift thing was mentioned on 404 live feed. I think it was 404. What do you think about super singles versus doubles? I have no opinion on that one. I just like doubles for the backup if one blows. Do you think December 18th the trucking industry is going to change? I don't know what's going on December 18th. I mean, around December 15th the dry van slows up, but you talking about the ELDs? I don't care. I'm a ELDs right now, so I came in on them. It doesn't bother me. $1.11 for empty miles, $1.12 for loaded. I mean, you stuck at $1, and 12 is the max you will ever make on any load you ever take. So that's on you. You can make, you can go 400 miles and make $2,000. You can go 400 miles and make $500. Let's see. You up here buck dancing for Swift. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. You better cut it out. See, Trucker Brown want me to go in on him. That's what he want. Oh, I don't need to go in. I saw that live feed. Anything, brother. I'll come over there and give you a hug. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Let's see. And buck dancing. You know, people was buck dancing for Prime. You know what I'm saying? No. TB don't buck dance. Bruh, I will buck dance if you cut the right check. Why not? Y'all see it, y'all laugh at it, and I feel bad. My heart would be heavy as I lay on my plush couch and watch my big screen TV with my baby smelling like a variety of coconut oils and butters. Ooh, that's money just ringed in right there. Okay. I get a lot of people complaining about Swift, but it's like one of the only starting companies that cover your tuition up front. Yeah, but a lot of the people that complain don't work for Swift. That is why I asked, how solo drivers get paid at Swift? I don't know. I haven't been in Swift for a couple years. You will have to go ask a Swift driver. Laugh out loud. Trucking 101. What's going on? Truck, he did a you did a response video. It was something I was watching that was making sense. That you recently put up. All right, let's see. What's going on with that Thanksgiving dinner, man? Did you get the sweet potatoes yet? Hey, believe it or not, and that's why you got to add a little diversity to your YouTube channel. I have a fried turkey. I have 2 fried turkey videos. And of course, every October, November, December, the numbers jump. I get paid for those videos every year. And I'm going to get paid for those videos every year until I turn off my YouTube. So sometimes you don't have to deal with trucking. You can do other things. You know, like I'm going to do a review. I'm going to do a review on my second channel for this multivitamin I'm taking called Devil's Jungle. Guess what? Somebody going to be looking for it. They're going to get paid. I'm going to get paid. Best vape, don't know. Wait a minute. See, this is what he was talking about with the illiteracy. My boyfriend, see, this is what he was talking about with the illiteracy. When you get to typing, you type too fast. That's what I think it is. You ain't driving, so I can't blame it on the driving. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame it on the driving. So I don't understand what... You know, you must have meant your boy and then hit the button. You're not driving. You're on the passenger side. Every word you should say should be grammatically correct. And I probably said that word wrong. Good, man. Yep, right. Money, solo, Lolo. Well, Swift, did you have to get your permits first? No, I didn't, but you might have to now. I can't answer any of your Swift questions. I haven't been at Swift for over 2 years. Just to be honest with you. Any questions you have about Swift from here on out? Who works at Swift now? You got to check with somebody that's currently working for Swift that can give you current information. Will do, Tim. Will do. You know, but I just wanted to holler at everybody, see what was going on out there, let y'all know how I lost $1,500. And I did that for 2 reasons. One, normally I get about 50 to 70 people, but because I put up something that I did that cost me, I wanted to see how the numbers would jump, and they jumped. They got up to about 180. You know, but if I put a video like some just generic, they don't do numbers like that. So, is it best to buy your own fuel? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean. I'm paying for my fuel now. I mean, it's nothing best about it. It is what it is. You just gotta find the best price for the money. Anyway, look, it's TRB. I'm about to get on up out of here. Y'all be easy. Trucker Brown, we're gonna do a hashtag for you, okay? It's gonna be PT. It's gonna be PTB. Hashtag PTB. What does that mean? Passenger side Trucker Brown. You know what I'm saying? You missed the discount buying your own fuel. No, if you're with a company, you don't care, and if you're buying your own fuel, you can still get a discount with a card. So, you know, it is what it is. Y'all be easy. I'm getting sleepy. Let's see when these people gonna get me loaded. Hey, y'all take it easy. PTB, because he's on passenger side. You know what I'm saying? He on the passenger side. You should just take the trucker out and just be brown. Because you ain't no trucker right now, son. You ain't no trucker just because you got a CDL. You got to be able to touch the wheel. Yes. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.